Do you get frustrated when your partner can't make a decision? If this sounds like you, then pay attention closely. Over the past couple of weeks, I have met 3 gentlemen who had the same complaint. Their wives just can't make a decision. And when I delved a little bit more deeply into why they couldn't make the decision, what I was hearing is that each of these wives wanted their husbands to be part of the process. They were actually delaying making a decision because they were reaching out to get the husband to help them make the decision. And this often happens, we see this a lot in major decisions, in particular major purchase decisions. However, it can come up in minor decisions, but I'm going to use the example of purchasing a car because that was the first one. I had been listening to this gentleman complain about how his wife just could not make up her mind. He had told her, just pick a car, go out and buy it. But she had never made any of the major purchasing decisions by herself in the past. He had always made the major purchasing decisions, generally without her. So here she is having to make a major purchase decision without the backing and support that she truly wanted. So I suggested to this gentleman, I want you to go home this morning and write out a list with your wife. Sit down and say, right, let's get really clear on what we want in a new car. Write out a list of needs. It must have these features. Then I want you to write out a list of what it can have, but not necessary. And then I want you to write out a list of no, definitely not. So you've got a list of three lists. And then when you go car shopping, you need to be able to tick off the must-haves. And then when you finish shopping, you sit down and you talk about it. And you narrow it down to 2. You only want 2. We're going to narrow this process down. Then what I want you to do is I want you, if your wife still hasn't made that decision, if she's still struggling, the next tip is you make the decision on what one you want, and then you actually get her on board. And how do you do that, you ask? Well, here's my next tip. You say to your wife, okay, so we've narrowed it down to Toyota and Kia. I think we should go with Kia because of X, Y, Z. You'd agree with that, wouldn't you? And when you're saying that, nod your head. See what her response is. I know in this case, within 4 hours of having this conversation with this gentleman, they were making that final decision on what car to buy, and the contract was signed the very next day. So if you're sick and tired of getting frustrated whenever your wife or your husband, this can be reversed, role reversed, not making a decision, then take the hard work out of it. Pay attention and listen closely. Are they actually seeking out your help in making the decision? That's it for now. I'm Lisa Q, and have a fabulous day.